Clara Williams was a dedicated single mother, living with her two children, Mia and Lucas, in a modest apartment on the outskirts of Chicago. Clara worked hard to make ends meet for her family. During the day, she worked as a cashier at a local supermarket, and at night, she took on cleaning jobs in offices to supplement their income. Every penny she earned was carefully budgeted to cover essential expenses: rent, food, and most importantly, her children's education. Despite financial hardships, Clara always maintained a positive and resilient spirit. For her, true wealth lay in the love and happiness of her family. Her children were her greatest treasure, and she made sure to provide them with a full and happy life. Every day, Clara woke up early to prepare breakfast and ensure Mia and Lucas went to school with a smile on their faces. "Remember, you can be anything you want to be," she would say, filling them with hope and confidence. Clara also made a point to be present in her children's school activities. Despite her tight schedule, she found time to help Mia with her art projects and Lucas with his math lessons. Their education was her absolute priority, and she firmly believed that with study and dedication, they could have a better future. On weekends, Clara took the children to the local park where they played and had picnics with simple sandwiches and juice boxes. These were the little joys that made life worthwhile. Clara taught her children to appreciate simple things and to be grateful for what they had, even if it was not much. "Happiness is in the little things," she would always say. While Clara struggled to survive, Amanda Thompson lived a completely different reality. Married to a successful businessman, Amanda lived in a spacious mansion in an upscale neighborhood of Chicago with her two children, Sophia and Ethan. Amanda epitomized a luxurious lifestyle. She drove a luxury car, attended exclusive clubs, and shopped at the city's most expensive boutiques. Amanda's routine was filled with social commitments and high-class events. She was always present on social media, sharing photos of her exotic travels, glamorous parties, and extravagant shopping sprees. To many, Amanda represented the epitome of success and prosperity. However, behind the appearances, Amanda's life was far from perfect. She felt a constant pressure to maintain appearances and worried about always being better than others. Despite having everything money could buy, Amanda felt a growing emptiness. Her children, Sophia and Ethan, seemed increasingly distant and disinterested. They spent more time on their electronic devices than interacting with the family. Amanda felt she had lost connection with them and didn't know how to regain it. Her efforts to compensate for this distance with expensive gifts and luxurious trips seemed to have no effect. One Saturday, Clara took Mia and Lucas to the park as usual. They were playing on the playground when Amanda arrived with Sophia and Ethan. Amanda had decided to take the children to the park after reading an article about the importance of outdoor activities for children. Upon arrival, she noticed Clara and her children having fun. Initially, Amanda didn't pay much attention, focusing on answering emails on her phone while the children played. Mia and Lucas quickly befriended Sophia and Ethan, and soon all four were playing together. Clara watched with a smile, happy to see her children having fun. When Amanda finally looked up and saw her children playing with Mia and Lucas, she felt a twinge of curiosity. She decided to approach and start a conversation. "Hello, I'm Amanda. It looks like our kids are getting along well," she said, trying to be friendly. Clara smiled and replied, "Hi, I'm Clara. Yes, they seem to be having a great time. It's always nice to see kids playing together." At first, the conversation was superficial. Amanda mentioned some of her travels and social events, while Clara talked about her work and the challenges of raising children alone. Amanda was impressed by Clara's ability to maintain a positive attitude despite evident difficulties. As the conversation progressed, Amanda began to open up more. She confessed that, despite all the wealth and luxuries, she felt something was missing in her life. "Sometimes, I feel like I don't really know my children. We're always so busy with our own things that we hardly spend time together," Amanda said, with a melancholic tone. Clara, empathizing with Amanda's situation, shared her own perspective. "I know my life is very different from yours, but I believe the time and attention we give our children are more valuable than anything money can buy. They need to know we're there for them, regardless of our circumstances." Amanda pondered Clara's words. She had never considered that, despite all her wealth, she might be failing to give her children what they truly needed: her time and attention. The conversation with Clara planted a seed of reflection in Amanda's mind, and she decided she needed to make some changes in her life. Days after their encounter at the park, Amanda couldn't stop thinking about her conversation with Clara. She realized she might need help to reconnect with her children and learn to appreciate what really mattered. Determined to do something about it, Amanda invited Clara and her children to lunch at her home the following weekend. Clara was surprised by the invitation but accepted gladly. She saw it as an opportunity to strengthen the friendship that had begun at the park and perhaps help Amanda find a new balance in her life. The next Saturday, Clara, Mia, and Lucas were welcomed into the impressive Thompson mansion. Amanda made sure to prepare a special lunch with elaborate dishes and a richly decorated table. Clara, accustomed to simple meals, was impressed by the luxury but maintained her humility and gratitude. During lunch, the children quickly bonded again, and the conversation between Clara and Amanda flowed naturally. Amanda took the opportunity to learn more about Clara's life and how she managed to be such a dedicated and present mother despite so many challenges. Clara, in turn, shared stories from her childhood, her hopes and dreams for her children's future, and how she always sought to teach them the value of love and solidarity. As the afternoon progressed, Amanda felt a renewed admiration for Clara. She realized that true wealth was not in material things, but in the connections and moments we share with those we love. Clara, with her simplicity and wisdom, was teaching Amanda valuable lessons about what really mattered in life. How will Amanda apply the lessons learned from Clara to transform her relationship with her children? What new challenges and discoveries await these two mothers in their journeys? Stay tuned for the next chapters of this inspiring story of friendship and self-discovery. Don't forget to keep watching to see how this inspiring journey unfolds. Click on the next video to follow the next steps of this touching story. After lunch at Amanda's house, Clara and her children continued visiting the Thompson mansion on weekends. Eager to learn more from Clara, Amanda invited her to spend a full day together, exchanging experiences and perspectives on life and motherhood. They began the day with breakfast at a local cafe, where they discussed their routines and challenges. Clara, how do you manage to maintain such a positive attitude despite all the difficulties you face? Amanda asked, genuinely curious. Clara smiled and replied, I think the secret is focusing on the good things, however small they may be. My children are my greatest motivation. Seeing their smiles gives me strength to keep going. I've also learned to cherish small achievements and be grateful for them. Clara's sincerity and simplicity deeply touched Amanda. She realized that despite having everything materially, she lacked this ability to find joy in simple things. She decided she needed to change her perspective and learn to value moments with her family more. After breakfast, Amanda took Clara to a community center where there were activities for children and adults. Clara was impressed by the variety of programs offered and suggested they join an art workshop with their children. Amanda, accustomed to luxurious and exclusive activities, initially hesitated but eventually agreed. During the workshop, Amanda watched Clara interact with her children in such a natural and loving way. She realized that these simple and unpretentious moments were truly valuable. Sophia and Ethan, who were initially wary, soon began to enjoy themselves and engage in the activity, following the lead of Mia and Lucas. Inspired by the community center experience, Amanda decided to make some immediate changes to her routine. She wanted to dedicate more quality time to her children and actively engage in their lives. Back at the mansion, she announced to the family that dinners would now be moments of unity, without electronic devices. Everyone would sit together at the table to talk about their day. Initially, Sophia and Ethan didn't like the idea very much. They were used to eating separately, each absorbed in their own interests. But Amanda was firm. Let's give it a try. It's important to me, and I believe it will be good for all of us, she said, with a firm yet caring tone. The first family dinner night was a bit awkward, but Amanda was determined to make it work. She started the conversation by asking the children about school and their favorite activities. Clara had suggested asking open-ended questions to encourage conversation. Over time, the initial stiffness melted away, and Sophia and Ethan began to speak more freely. Amanda felt deep satisfaction seeing her children opening up. Ethan talked about a science project he was excited about, while Sophia shared her interest in dance. Amanda realized she had missed many of these simple yet important moments. The change, though small, was beginning to make a big difference. The changes in the family routine started to have a positive impact on Sophia and Ethan. They became more communicative and began to show more interest in spending time with Amanda. The bonding moments during dinners created a warmer and more intimate atmosphere in the Thompson household. Amanda also began to actively participate in her children's school activities. She accompanied Sophia to a dance class and was moved to see her dance with such enthusiasm and talent. She realized that by being present, she could encourage and support her children in ways she had never considered before. On the other hand, Ethan felt more confident in sharing his interest with his mother. Amanda started helping him with his science projects, something he had always done alone. This interaction not only strengthened their bond, but also made Ethan feel more valued and supported. Mia and Lucas also benefited from the changes. Their frequent visits to the Thompsons' house provided new experiences and friendships. They loved playing with Sophia and Ethan and learning new things. Clara watched with satisfaction as her children developed and integrated into this new environment. Over time, Amanda and Clara decided to work together on a community project. They wanted to create something that would benefit both their families and the surrounding community. Inspired by their experience at the community center, they decided to organize a charity event to raise funds for educational programs for underprivileged children. Amanda used her connections to attract sponsors and ensure the event was a success. Clara, with her organizational experience and dedication, helped plan all the activities and logistics. They both worked hard, dedicating their time and energy to ensuring every detail was perfect. The event was a great success. With the participation of many families from the community, they managed to raise a significant amount of money that was directed towards improving the community center facilities and expanding their educational programs. Amanda was moved by the outcome and thanked Clara for showing her the true value of contributing to the community. Clara, this was all possible because of you. You've taught me so much about what really matters in life. I feel like I'm finally doing something meaningful, Amanda said, tears in her eyes. Clara smiled and replied, Amanda, you had it all within you. You just needed to look at things differently. And I'm so happy to see how you and your children are growing closer. With the lessons learned and changes implemented, the lives of the Williams and Thompson families changed for the better. Amanda and Clara continued to support each other, becoming great friends. Their families also grew closer, creating a strong bond of friendship and solidarity. Amanda began to value more the time spent with her children and to engage in their lives in a more meaningful way. She discovered that true wealth lay in shared experiences and human connections, not in material possessions. Clara, in turn, found her life enriched by her friendship with Amanda and the new opportunities that arose. The two women, coming from such different worlds, discovered they had much in common. Together, they showed that regardless of financial situation, love, dedication, and mutual support are the true pillars of a successful life. How will the new changes continue to impact Amanda and Clara's lives? What new challenges and lessons will arise as they continue their journeys? Stay tuned for the next chapters of this inspiring story of friendship and transformation. Don't forget to keep watching to see how this inspiring journey unfolds. Click on the next video to follow the next steps of this exciting story. After the success of the charity event, Amanda and Clara realized their lives were undergoing significant changes. Their friendship not only brought a new perspective, but also transformed their daily routines. Amanda, in particular, began to notice the difference in her own home. She became increasingly involved in her children's lives, which had a positive impact. Family dinner nights became a tradition. Amanda made sure to prepare homemade meals and involve the children in the cooking process. Sophia and Ethan began to cherish these moments, not just for the food, but for the conversations and shared laughter at the table. These dinners are the best part of my day, Sophia said on one of these occasions. For Clara, witnessing the transformation in Amanda's life was deeply satisfying. She continued to be a constant and positive presence for her own children, but now also found time to nurture her friendship with Amanda. The two mothers started planning joint activities such as park picnics and cultural outings so their children could enjoy these moments even more. Despite the improvements, the transition to this new routine wasn't without challenges. Amanda still felt pressure from social expectations and commitments that had once dominated her life. At times, she found herself torn between maintaining the appearance of her luxurious life and following the simpler, more meaningful path she was learning to value. "Clara, sometimes I feel like I'm living in two different worlds," Amanda confessed during a park walk. "I want to be more present for my children and dedicate myself to things that really matter, but I still feel the pressure to keep up appearances." Clara understood this dilemma and offered her unconditional support. "Amanda, it's normal to feel this way when you're making such a big change. The important thing is to remember that you're doing this for yourself and your family. Over time, the people around you will understand and respect your choices." Clara's own journey was not without obstacles either. She continued to face financial challenges, and the responsibility of supporting her family alone was a heavy burden. However, her friendship with Amanda brought new opportunities and emotional support she hadn't had before. Clara started getting more involved in community projects, which not only helped strengthen family bonds, but also brought a greater sense of purpose. With the success of the charity events and the growing visibility of their foundation, Amanda and Clara began exploring new opportunities to expand their impact. They decided to start mentoring programs for single mothers and youth in vulnerable situations, offering educational and emotional support. Amanda used her connections to attract donations and volunteers, while Clara organized activities and coordinated programs. Both worked tirelessly to ensure every detail was perfect. "We want these women and young people to feel they are not alone, that there's a support network for them," Clara said during a planning meeting. The mentoring programs quickly gained traction. Many single mothers began participating in sessions, finding a safe space to share their experiences and learn new skills. At-risk youth also benefited from the programs, receiving guidance and opportunities for personal and professional development. The positive influence of the mentoring programs began to be felt throughout the community. Amanda and Clara organized regular events such as job fairs and training workshops, which helped create new opportunities for participants. "We're seeing a real transformation here. People are more confident and motivated," Amanda commented during an interview for a local magazine. Local media began highlighting the foundation's work, attracting even more attention and support. Amanda and Clara were invited to speak at various community events, where they shared their stories and inspired others to get involved in volunteer work. "It's incredible to see the impact we can have when we come together for a common cause," Amanda said at one of these events. Community involvement grew, with many volunteers joining the foundation, bringing new ideas and energy. Local businesses also offered their support, contributing resources and funding. The foundation became a true pillar of the community, an example of how solidarity and collective work can transform lives. The foundation's activities not only benefited the community but also further strengthened the bonds between the Williams and Thompson families. Amanda and Clara organized regular gatherings where their children could play and learn together. They actively engaged in the foundation's programs, learning early on the value of community work and solidarity. Sophia and Ethan became young leaders in the foundation, helping organize events and interacting with participants. They learned to value the importance of giving back to the community and began developing a strong sense of social responsibility. Mia and Lucas, inspired by their mother's dedication, also became actively involved in the foundation's activities. "It's wonderful to see our children becoming such caring and responsible individuals," Amanda said during one of the gatherings. Clara agreed, adding, "They are learning valuable lessons that they will carry with them for life. I'm very proud of all of them." Over time, Amanda and Clara began thinking about the foundation's future and how to ensure its impact continued to grow. They decided to form a board of directors composed of community leaders, educators, and young ambassadors, including their own children. "We want to ensure the foundation is guided by people who truly understand and care about the community," Clara explained during a planning meeting. Amanda and Clara also began exploring new areas of impact. They decided to expand the foundation's programs to include mental health and well-being, realizing that education and emotional development were intrinsically linked. We want to ensure that children not only have access to education, but also to the emotional and psychological support they need to thrive, Amanda explained. With the expansion of the programs, Amanda and Clara continued to attract support and recognition. They launched a global campaign to raise funds and increase awareness about the importance of children's education and well-being. The campaign was a huge success, attracting donations from individuals and organizations around the world. How will these new changes continue to impact Amanda and Clara's lives? What new challenges and lessons will arise as they continue their journeys? Stay tuned for the next chapters of this inspiring story of friendship and transformation. Don't forget to keep watching to see how this inspiring journey unfolds. Click on the next video to follow the next steps of this exciting story. After the initial success of their projects, Amanda and Clara began to reflect more deeply on the values guiding their lives. Amanda, especially, started to question many of the choices she had made in the past. She began to realize that despite all the material wealth she possessed, she lacked a true connection to what really mattered. "Clara, I feel like I've spent so much time chasing things that now seem so empty," Amanda confided one afternoon while having tea at Clara's house. "I realize that the happiness I have now, seeing my children grow and our foundation thrive, is something that money could never buy." Clara smiled, understanding Amanda's journey. "Sometimes, we need to go through certain experiences to truly understand what matters." "I'm glad you found a new purpose," Clara responded. This period of reflection led Amanda to make more significant changes in her lifestyle. She began to simplify her routines, focusing more on relationships and less on possessions. She and her family started spending more time outdoors, engaging in simple activities like hiking and picnicking, rediscovering joy in the little things. As the charitable projects grew, Amanda and Clara recognized the importance of involving the community in a deeper and more meaningful way. They decided that the foundation should reflect the needs and aspirations of the people it served. To achieve this, they started organizing community forums and listening sessions where residents could express their opinions and suggest new initiatives. These meetings brought forth several issues that Amanda and Clara had not previously considered. They heard stories of families struggling to balance work and their children's education, of young people yearning for practical learning opportunities, and of elderly individuals feeling isolated. "We need to be more than just a charity organization. We need to be a true pillar of the community," Clara said at one of these meetings. Amanda and Clara responded to these needs with concrete actions. They expanded the Foundation's programs to include professional training workshops, intergenerational activities that connected youth and seniors, and support programs for working parents. These new initiatives were met with enthusiasm and gratitude by the community. With the expansion of the projects, Amanda and Clara faced new internal challenges. Managing a growing organization demanded administrative and leadership skills that both were just beginning to develop. They knew they needed to continue learning and adapting to ensure the Foundation's sustainable success. Amanda decided to enroll in a nonprofit management course, while Clara focused on developing her skills in fundraising and public relations. Both understood that effective leadership required them to be well-informed and prepared to make strategic decisions. There were moments of tension, particularly when opinions diverged on the best way to move forward with certain initiatives. One such moment occurred when Amanda suggested launching an aggressive marketing campaign to increase the Foundation's visibility. Clara, on the other hand, was concerned that such a commercial approach might divert attention from the organization's core values. "I understand your concern, Clara, but we need to be visible to attract more support. The more people know about our work, the more we can achieve," Amanda argued. Clara reflected on this and realized that perhaps a middle ground could be found. "Maybe we can create a campaign that highlights our stories and the real impact we're making without seeming like we're selling something," she suggested. The collaborative approach resulted in an authentic and powerful campaign that used real stories of people benefiting from the Foundation to inspire and mobilize more support. The campaign was a success, significantly increasing donations and community engagement. The challenges and triumphs not only strengthened the partnership between Amanda and Clara, but also had a profound impact on their families. Sophia and Ethan continued to actively engage in charitable projects, learning from an early age the value of solidarity and teamwork. Mia and Lucas, proud to see their mother playing such an important role in the community, also became involved in the foundation's activities. The foundation's activities became a central part of both families' lives. They began meeting regularly, not only to work on projects but also to enjoy leisure time together. Park outings, picnics, and game nights became a tradition. These moments strengthened the bonds among everyone, creating a large family united by friendship and commitment to community well-being. Amanda also began to notice significant changes in her children. Ethan became more confident and responsible, helping organize events and interacting with the children, benefiting from them. Inspired by her mother, Sophia decided to start a volunteering club at school, encouraging her peers to get involved in community activities. Amanda and Clara were moved to see how their actions were shaping the next generation of leaders and conscientious citizens. With the continued growth and success of the Hope and Future Foundation, Amanda and Clara began to plan the next steps to ensure its sustainability and lasting impact. They dedicated themselves to nurturing new leaders who could carry forward the foundation's vision and values. They decided to form a board of directors composed of community leaders, educators, and young ambassadors, including Sophia, Ethan, Mia, and Lucas. We want to ensure that the foundation is guided by people who truly understand and care about the community, Clara said at a planning meeting. Amanda and Clara also began exploring new areas of impact. They decided to expand the foundation's programs to include mental health and well-being, realizing that education and emotional development were intrinsically linked. We want to ensure that children not only have access to education but also to the emotional and psychological support they need to thrive, Amanda explained. With the expansion of the programs, Amanda and Clara continued to attract support and recognition. They launched a global campaign to raise funds and increase awareness about the importance of children's education and well-being. The campaign was a huge success, attracting donations from individuals and organizations around the world. With the legacy of the Hope and Future Foundation firmly established, Amanda and Clara began planning the next steps to ensure their impact continued to grow. They focused on forming new leaders and ensuring that the foundation's vision and values were upheld. How will Amanda and Clara continue to expand the foundation and face the challenges that lie ahead? What will be the next steps in their journey of transformation and positive impact? Stay tuned for the next chapters of this inspiring story of friendship and change. Don't forget to keep watching to see how this inspiring journey unfolds. Click on the next video to follow the next steps of this exciting story. With the success of their charitable projects, Amanda and Clara decided to expand their initiatives to other communities. They realized that many children and families could benefit from the support they were offering. They decided to establish a nonprofit organization, Hope and Future Foundation, dedicated to promoting the education and well-being of underprivileged children across various regions. Amanda leveraged her connections to attract investors and sponsors, while Clara focused on logistics and program implementation. They worked tirelessly to ensure the foundation was well-structured and capable of making a lasting impact. We want the foundation to be a beacon of hope for everyone who needs a chance at a better future, Amanda said during the foundation's launch event. The launch event was a great success, drawing media attention and various influential personalities. Amanda and Clara delivered moving speeches, emphasizing the importance of education and community support. Every child deserves the opportunity to reach their dreams. We are here to make sure that happens, Clara asserted, receiving enthusiastic applause. As their projects expanded, the positive impact on Amanda and Clara's families continued to grow. Sophia and Ethan became youth ambassadors for the foundation, actively participating in events and fundraising campaigns. They learned to value the importance of community work and solidarity, showing a deep sense of social responsibility. Inspired by their mother and Amanda's dedication, Mia and Lucas became more involved in the foundation's activities. Mia, with her talent for art, organized an exhibition of her paintings, with proceeds directed to the foundation. Lucas, passionate about sports, organized charity football tournaments, encouraging community children to participate. These activities not only strengthened family bonds, but also helped foster a culture of solidarity and mutual support within the community. The children learned early on that they could make a difference, regardless of their age or financial situation. Amanda and Clara felt immense pride seeing the growth and maturity of their children. Despite many successes, Amanda and Clara continued to face challenges along the way. Managing an expanding nonprofit organization required constant adaptation and learning. There were moments of frustration, particularly when dealing with bureaucracy and financial constraints. One of the biggest challenges arose when the foundation attempted to expand its programs to a new city. The local community was hesitant to accept external help, fearing their own initiatives might be overlooked. Amanda and Clara realized they needed to approach the situation with sensitivity and respect. They organized a series of meetings with community leaders, listening to their concerns and seeking to understand their specific needs. "We're here to collaborate, not to replace. We want to work together for the good of the children," Clara explained during one of these meetings. Over time, they managed to gain the community's trust, establishing a partnership that benefited everyone. Another significant challenge was the financial sustainability of the foundation. Amanda and Clara realized they needed to diversify their funding sources to ensure the continuity of their programs. They began exploring new strategies, including creating handmade products by the beneficiary children, whose sales would help finance the projects. Amanda and Clara's hard work and dedication did not go unnoticed. They began receiving recognition for the positive impact of their projects. The foundation received several honors, including the Social Innovation Award and the Excellence in Education Award. Amanda and Clara were invited to speak at international conferences and events, sharing their experiences and inspiring others to engage in community work. During an awards ceremony, Amanda delivered an emotional speech. This recognition is a testament to the power of friendship and collaboration. "Clara and I started with a simple vision: ensuring every child has access to education and the opportunities they deserve. Today, we see that vision becoming a reality, and that is a tribute to everyone who supported us," she said, tears in her eyes. Clara also spoke about the personal impact of the journey. "My life has changed in ways I never imagined. I've learned that no matter the circumstances, we can always make a difference. Amanda and I have shown that when we come together, we can achieve great things," she affirmed, receiving standing ovations from the audience. With the legacy of the Hope and Future Foundation firmly established, Amanda and Clara began planning their next steps. They wanted to ensure the foundation continued to grow and impact lives even after their departures. They decided to form a board of directors composed of community leaders, educators, and youth ambassadors, including Sophia and Ethan, Mia and Lucas. Amanda and Clara knew it was time to pass the baton to the next generation, but they would remain involved as mentors and advisors. They dedicated themselves to nurturing new leaders and ensuring the foundation's vision and values were upheld. "Our goal is to create a continuous cycle of hope and opportunities for all children," Clara said during a planning meeting. The two friends also began exploring new impact areas. They decided to expand the foundation's programs to include mental health and well-being, realizing that education and emotional development were inherently linked. "We want to ensure that children not only have access to education, but also the emotional and psychological support they need to thrive," Amanda explained. With the expansion of programs, Amanda and Clara continued to attract support and recognition. They launched a global campaign to raise funds and increase awareness about the importance of childhood education and well-being. The campaign was a huge success, attracting donations from individuals and organizations worldwide. The challenges and triumphs not only strengthened the partnership between Amanda and Clara, but also had a profound impact on their families. Sophia and Ethan continued to actively engage in charitable projects, learning early on the value of solidarity and teamwork. Mia and Lucas, meanwhile, felt proud to see their mother playing such an important role in the community. The foundation's activities became a central part of both families' lives. They began meeting regularly, not only to work on projects, but also to enjoy leisure time together. Park outings, picnics, and game nights became a tradition. These moments strengthened bonds among them all, creating a large family united by friendship and commitment to community well-being. Amanda also began to notice significant changes in her children. Ethan became more confident and responsible, helping organize events and interacting with beneficiary children. Sophia, inspired by her mother, decided to start a volunteer club at school, encouraging her classmates to get involved in community activities. Amanda and Clara were moved to see how their actions were shaping the next generation of conscientious leaders and citizens. As time went on, Amanda and Clara began planning the next steps to ensure the foundation continued to thrive and impact lives even after their departures. They knew it was important to foster new leaders who could carry forward the organization's vision and values. They decided to form a board of directors composed of community leaders, educators, and youth ambassadors, including Sophia and Ethan, Mia and Lucas. We want to ensure the foundation is guided by people who truly understand and care about the community, Clara said during a planning meeting. Amanda and Clara also began exploring new impact areas. They decided to expand the foundation's programs to include mental health and well-being, realizing that education and emotional development were inherently linked. We want to ensure that children not only have access to education, but also the emotional and psychological support they need to thrive, Amanda explained. With the expansion of programs, Amanda and Clara continued to attract support and recognition. They launched a global campaign to raise funds and increase awareness about the importance of childhood education and well-being. The campaign was a huge success, attracting donations from individuals and organizations worldwide. The legacy of the Hope and Future Foundation was firmly established. Amanda and Clara knew it was time to pass the baton to the next generation, but they would remain involved as mentors and advisors. They dedicated themselves to nurturing new leaders and ensuring the foundation's vision and values were upheld. The two friends also began exploring new impact areas. They decided to expand the foundation's programs to include mental health and well-being, realizing that education and emotional development were inherently linked. We want to ensure that children not only have access to education, but also the emotional and psychological support they need to thrive, Amanda explained. With the expansion of programs, Amanda and Clara continued to attract support and recognition. They launched a global campaign to raise funds and increase awareness about the importance of childhood education and well-being. The campaign was a huge success, attracting donations from individuals and organizations worldwide. Want to learn more about Amanda and Clara's next adventures and how their initiatives will continue to transform lives? Stay tuned and follow the upcoming videos on our channel, where we share inspiring stories of overcoming challenges and positive impact. Subscribe now and enable notifications so you don't miss any new content.